Ladies and gentlemen, nothing is fixed yet, but we're still working on it. Nevertheless, we just get game 2 going on. Lemon Dogs losing the first one, and London Conspiracy looking so strong. I mean, I said it before for those who wanted to bet that London Conspiracy had a lot less practice today, but, well, the fact is, they don't need practice. They just win.
London Conspiracy were on form in that game. We did see some pretty damn big combos, vacuums, screams of pain. It was pretty good in my opinion.
Yep, absolutely. It's the combination that's just good. Like what they draft together and how they execute it. That's the way they win. It's not necessarily like superior farm or like just winning every lane. It's just amazing how they just chain everything and it looks so perfect, and also how they judge the situation. Sometimes I have the feeling like, oh, is this a fight we can actually win? But no, they're just going face first into it, like no fear whatsoever, and they show us that they can make, I don't know, out of nothing a lot. But let's see what we get for buns here. Are there any respect buns coming?
I don't think so. London Conspiracy are going to take out the Shadow Demon and the Clockwork. In response, Lemon Dogs are going to take away the Leshrac, which they managed to handle at least relatively well in the last game, and the Beastmaster. London Conspiracy, with the first pick, they're going to help themselves to the Nevermore, the Shadow Fiend. Now, with him present in the game, it does indicate certain factors that we're going to look for. Are we going to see a Venge Aura stack? Are we going to see the likes of the Disruptor to set up raises? There are many options we've seen London Conspiracy run of late, and I'm wondering which alley they're going to pursue with that.
Absolutely. Shadow Fiend, I mean, I already said it, London Conspiracy, they always give, say it, Kaiser the Shadow Fiend or the Queen of Pain if they can. I think that is, well...
They're staple heroes for the London
absolutely.
Conspiracy lineup. I mean, they're heroes we expect to see. We know how powerful Kaiser is on them. But in response, it seems Lemon Dogs are breaking out the Io and the Bristleback.
This is a combination we actually saw yesterday. I think I don't think it was by Lemon Dogs. It was by someone else who played that. The problem is they didn't really get that through. I mean, the Bristleback survived quite long. Problem is that the IO got focused, and once you lose your IO, the Bristleback is just a Bristleback. I mean, still tanky, still horrible if he's really focusing you, slowing you. Still horrible when he has like a lot of Bristle stacks up. But yeah, without the IO, he loses a lot of his potential in those big fat team fights with a lot of spam abilities.
I get the feeling, for all intent and purposes, Lemon Dogs are going to be running dual mid Bristleback IO. We've seen it from them before. But now to the London Conspiracy side, I've got a question for you, Hefla. We were saying that they give Kaiser Queen of Pain or Shadow Fiend. He can't play both. Who's going to play the alternative in this game?
Yeah, that's then a Madara, Shadow Fiend, and Kaiser is gonna get Queen of Pain in the mid. In theory, they could turn it around as well. Both of them play it, but that's the guess I take right now.
That would probably be a wise guess. And going into the second ban phase, there'll be no Winter Wyvern, say the Lemon Dogs, and the London Conspiracy lineup are going to take out the Earthshaker and the Slardar, waiting on one more ban. So going into this draft, why do you think we saw the Slardar ban from London Conspiracy, considering they generally like the negative armor stack for themselves?
Good question. I don't know, like bounty and just trying to think what's, because you know what startles me a bit at the moment is London Conspiracy usually never draft their cores first, except for like giving away one hero that might swap in roles. But now they drop both cores, which means Lemon Dogs, they actually have the chance to pick the supports and those heroes that make the big plays, which is quite interesting because I always have the feeling these are the heroes that make so much happen for London Conspiracy. If you think about Darkseers and even Spartan on the Bounty Hunter last game.
Yeah, Darkseers, Bounty Hunters, Disruptors, thinking about it as well. They did so much work with that Disruptor. The Glimpse set up for so many combinations.
Spirit Breaker.
But now we get a Spirit Breaker for the Lemon Dogs. So we're looking for many kills, many gangs from the Lemon Dogs. And part of me now wonders if London Conspiracy aren't going to pick up a Tusk.
Tusk? No, doesn't come.
No, we get a Disruptor, which is most likely their 5-roll. We could still see a Tusk. Tusk into, well, we'll call it shenanigans. We've seen ones before. I'm wondering if we're going to see something like that in this game. But no. Ooh, Lemon Dogs. This Chen is a Steph-style Chen. This is a very good Chen. I like this kind of pick. It goes back to the old Golden Esports days where you had Steph Star playing on Team Coast or Monomaniacs or Drak if you knew him as in those teams, and they would pick up the Chen all of the time.
Yep, absolutely. I'm really curious how Chen comes in, because so far both of these teams have not played anything that's really jungle heavy. We saw Enigma by London Conspiracy yesterday, but we had no Enchantresses, we had no Chens, no nothing, and now finally we have on both teams a jungle element in the draft, and that makes it interesting. We have to see how well the Chen actually influences the laning stage. Do we see some ganks with the Chen if we get Centaurs or Troll Summoners, so we get some disable on the field, and then in combination with the two laning heroes we get kills? Or will it be that the Chen, I don't know, will just be mainly used for pushing, and the Enigma in the end wins sort of the jungle battle because the ultimate will just have a bigger impact?
From experience, Steph Style plays a very gank-oriented pushing style of Chen, so we're looking for an early game advantage. If they leave Enigma in the jungle for too long, then London Conspiracy will obviously be able to equalise that with the jungle farm of an Enigma. But Chen, I'm expecting lots of ganks, maybe even a level 1-1 if he gets a good creep.
Yeah, absolutely. The Chen, of course, also gets interesting when we talk about Ancients later. The only problem is that for that he needs quite some farm, and we saw that London Conspiracy was aggressive very early in the last game. This is also a setup where you can go aggressive quite early if the Enigma rotates in. It's pretty much the same picture as with the Chen. We have the Disruptor again, and by the way, the Disruptor, I totally forgot to mention that, but last game it was insane. I think about 50% of the kills were made just with the power of Glimpse.
Yeah, it's Glimpse into Static Storm, Glimpse into the Vacuum Wall combo. We saw so many uses of Glimpse in that last one. You cannot run from a Disruptor.
Yeah, absolutely. And, well, let's see where this one is going, because at the moment I want to see Lemondogs with a bit more punch in the draft, so give me another core. This could be Bristleback IO in the mid. Spirit Breaker could be roaming China in the... wait, no.
It'll be Spirit Breaker off lane if it's Bristleback IO mid,
exactly.
Chen jungle, and then we're looking for maybe a Weaver.
A Weaver, okay. No, I would not guess a Weaver, because I think it's too squishy, and I think there's too much against the Weaver. There's a Black Hole waiting for him, there's Glimpse and Silence waiting for him, potentially a Queen of Pain. He might be forced into a Linkins. That's never like the best item for Weaver. I mean, it's a good item for Weaver, but like if you have a choice, you try to avoid it and rather go for like a real punch item. So no, I just don't see it. They want to go for push. That's what it looks like. They want to go tanky, a lot of creeps, some roaming at the beginning, and then roll from tower to tower, hope for a snowball, become an actually avalanche. But as I said, I wanted to see a bit more punch in that draft. I don't see it, and for that reason I think London Conspiracy have again a tiny bit better draft. It's greedier, and therefore better.
I can certainly understand that. The greedy draft, if it pays off, it will snowball considerably. But Lemondogs, if they can take those early towers, oh, we are in for some shenanigans. I think in this case it's going to be IO Bristleback bottom, Jakiro possibly in the mid lane. I'm unsure where they're going to put their lanes at this point, but just look for the push. Maybe as early as level 3 from the Chen, if he can come in with a good creep, with the Jakiro, with a Liquid Fire combination.
Yeah.
London Conspiracy, last pick. What do you think?
Good question. At the moment, I think they're already greedy enough, which means we can just go for a very, very, very nice offline. The question is what it is. I think if they had the choice, they wanted to go for a Darkseer again. That is like their way to go choice, but no, it's just not coming out at the moment because it's banned.
Okay. The Darkseer I think would work quite well. Of course, vacuum into Black Hole. We all know the nightmares that can bring, but maybe... Oh, something a little unorthodox. We get a Legion Commander. I quite like this, because Legion Commander forces Bristleback to face her. That completely neuters Bristleback's passive, and this... I'm expecting a lot of fighting. I like this draft from London Conspiracy. The Legion Commander is a bit out there, but it works.
Yep, it does work. We saw it last game, how many kills they found, maybe early in the game, later in the game. If that, of course, is always combined with the Legion Commander and you're like, what, 20, 30 kills ahead, like at least once in a fight there is a duel. That's quite insane what kind of potential is in Legion Commander. But then again, Legion Commander doesn't bring too much actually to a fight. It's a bit burst damage, is removing some debuffs, plus of course himself doing damage in the form of right clicks, then especially later when he has duels. But compared to the other heroes London Conspiracy usually plays, it lacks a lot of disable, a lot of like utility, and for that reason I think that Shroff is this time, I don't know, maybe a bit too greedy. I don't like the Legion Commander. That's the bottom line.
I like the Legion Commander. I like it a lot against the Bristleback, against the Spirit Breaker. It just works in my mind. But let's quickly introduce the players, shall we? We've got Krilly on that Spirit Breaker. We've got Strangby handling the Jakiro, Steph Style reprising his role as and his most experienced hero, the Chen. We've got E-Skills on that Bristleback, so it looks like it will be mid. And finally, we've got Heflamoke handling the IO.
Yep, and on the other side here, Skylark is picking up the Legion Commander. We just mentioned Madara is on the Queen of Pain. Kaiser, I said it, Shadow Fiend, that's pretty much my guess. He's get it, of course, Spartan on an Enigma, so we have not a roaming role for him today. He's actually gonna jungle, and Skanks is gonna be on a Disruptor, but they're on the high ground. They see what's going on here. They want to avoid the jungle, and let's see, is there a Glimpse? Yes, Glimpse is skilled.
And then now we're going to get a level 1 fight. They're going to go straight on the Sparks. If they can bring him down, that's going to be huge. They do glimpse back the Spirit Breaker, but they still draw first blood. Strangby kill him off the Sparks. And from where we stand, that's quite the skirmish for the Lemon Dogs. They're going to deward, they're going to take control, and they're going to get the top bounty rune.
Yep, that was actually very interesting, because the Wisp there was, the only function of the Wisp there was like, get your ward done, then try to bait someone out while the others were waiting on the opposite high ground level, and they were like, okay, Disruptor's going that far out, we just go for the first blood. So nice little start here for Lemon Dogs. I absolutely like it.
And now, from where we stand, 1 bounty rune apiece. This looks like it'll be the game that Lemon Dogs want. They're going to play aggressive, they're going to be in the enemy's face. And Eris Loco is going to rotate bot with Strangby. It's going to be Strangby on the Jakiro, his core Jakiro, looking to farm and push. Mid lane, you've got Skills versus Madara, Bristleback versus Queen of Pain. This is a matchup I favour the Queen of Pain, at least until the IO comes back here.
Yep, we have to see how this one is working out. Legion Commander, if he's not getting too much liquid fire spam, then that should be good. At the moment, Strangby was from the first fight forced into the ice path, which means not level 1 liquid fire spam is coming out, and that gives, of course, the Legion Commander a tiny bit advantage right now. But the problem is they didn't block anything in the enemy jungle, and that means there will be blocks, and from there on he will just get zoned out and barely get any XP. So he should be happy about what he achieves right now.
And we unfortunately get another pause, but if you take a look at top lane, Krilly and Sparks are going toe-to-toe a little bit, so we're looking for some shenanigans up on the top lane if we can get some bashes rolling.
Absolutely, and I have no idea what was just going on, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Krilly at the moment, with the 70% punch, he's so far not lucky on Skanks here, so where is the bash luck?
It'll come. Everything in time and patience. Here we go. Charge onto Sparks. That's going to be the first bash. Do we get a second? No, we don't. There's a glimpse away. And that's going to be the end of this little skirmish.
What we didn't see, by the way, here on camera was the Bristleback actually got really, really low in the mid. I didn't see the initial fight, but yeah, he really had to care. Now he's getting up his bottle. Never mind. Actually, that's a salve just for him.
He's going to be bottled up by the IO, and the IO can freely rotate, but IO needs a bottle. That is the key thing about the IO. As mid lane, we're actually going to see a courier smoke from Madara. That was actually a very nice little play from him. He blinked in, he knew he could safely get it, and Madara is going to continue to harass E-Skills as much as humanly possible.
Absolutely, this was so genius. He knew there will be something coming for the Bristleback, and in the end, he's getting the courier. Easy farm for him, and of course a nice goal for his team as well.
I'm waiting for the IO. The IO needs to rotate back in it. IO currently no health though. And do we have a bottle anywhere? I don't actually think we do. No, not on the courier either. This IO really does need that bottle.
Yep. Oh well, the IO can actually pick it up because the Bristleback got it in his inventory. He's holding it for the IO pretty much.
Ah, okay, there was a bottle. Didn't see it. With a DD rune, however, on E-Skills, he's going to look to try to maintain control of this middle lane. But
Krilly! Krilly actually now going for the bashes. If you get one more bash, that might be interesting, but oh, he's just locked in. There's another charge. One more hit. Yes, there's the bash, there's Race, but Krilly surviving with 40 HP here. So, yep, no luck by the Shadow Fiend. Just getting that one last hit.
Yeah, he hit one race, he couldn't hit a second, and Krilly, that's going to help him out considerably. He's got 400 gold, he's got his boots. We're looking, in my mind, for a very aggressive item build. He needs to get the power trades and start rotating around the map, in my mind.
Oh, and look what happens in the mid now. The Zeta Tormentor comes and tries to harass Madara. He has no bottle at the moment. The bottle is on the way in the base. Such a Zeta Tormentor can shoot 5 times or 6 times. That is, yeah, 6 times. And that's quite some damage, actually. It's every time 125 you can go for. Maybe he's even trying to get some right clicks, but of course he should not tank the tower, because then he's just getting some easy gold there.
Indeed, but this Tormentor is going to cause so many problems. Spines could actually do the work here, but no, Madara's going to bring back to safety and bottle up as soon as that bottle arrives. It's on the courier flowing out to him now.
Yep, and well, we have a top charge, but this is not even to initiate. This is really just to get back online. And the Spirit Breaker is so happy in this game. He's almost level 4. That kill, of course, on the Disruptor. This is just amazing. Usually we see those roaming Spirit Breakers. Oh, never mind that. Chen and Io in a little fight. It's more or less about the rune. But yeah, without any result. The Queen of Pain just gets the rune, and that's pretty much it. But what I wanted to say is the Spirit Breaker getting levels that early. I mean, 4 levels in 4 minutes as an offlaner, that's quite decent, especially on a Spirit Breaker that usually gets zoned out pretty easily. And we have to see. If he's level 6, then he can play a big role. Because his ultimate stun combination, some lucky bashes, it takes any support out.
Yeah, indeed it does. And we've got Queen of Pain actually dropping quite low in the mid lane. He goes... Oh, going for some good damage on Madara. 2 spines on him, that really does add up.
Absolutely, absolutely. And, well, at the moment, the Legion Commander, he's also going for a bottle. So we have a dual bottle system on London Conspiracy. And yes, we talked about it, the liquid fire spam especially. So that's how he pretty much survives in the lane. He's healing himself with press to attack, and of course with his bottle. That should just do the trick. He's even farming. Oh, top lane. He's fight the Spirit Breaker. I just talk good about him, and he repays it in dying right away.
Well, that's what happens when you get an Enigma rotating, and this is an Enigma with a level in Midnight Pulse, so you can't juke either. The trees will just be cleared. I like this skill build as well, considering how it's going to open up. He's going to get more points up into the Midnight Pulse as soon as he humanly can. It's one of the better teamfight ones. It's such good territorial control as well, because you don't want to swim in the Midnight Pulse. And he's got 1,300 gold, so this could be indicative of a very early mechanism, maybe a pipe. As
E-skills.
E-skills in a lot of trouble, but Madara gets charged. This could really be bad. Krilly can get to the bashes. Can he get one more? He doesn't even need it. The creeps help him out, and well, Spirit Breaker doing the job he needs to do.
Absolutely, and talking about his experience, sure, he died in that top lane, but now he benefits. Oh, Spartan. Spartan don't want to be here. Spartan has no boots, which means Krilly, where are the 17%? Show me 17%. There's 1, 2, no, that's the 3rd hit already. 4, no, he doesn't get more up, but Jesus, no bashes whatsoever. Maybe it's actually 17%. Ice Rock was not lying.
Krilly just used all of his luck up with the entangling roots in the first game.
I guess. Oh, but bottom, there's a go on the Jakiri. He's already low HP, and this is the first duel of the game, and it's actually successful. So the Legion Commander, it's the second offlaner in this game, obviously, who has a good time. They couldn't stop him, but they also couldn't stop the Spirit Breaker. Krilly actually charging forward here, just going for some right click. Kaiser missing those races, but the second one hits. The third one, is it coming through? No, he's going directly, no bashes whatsoever. The Io tried to help him, but oh well, Krilly going down again.
There's very little Krilly can do if he gets caught out by the glimpse, though. Kaiser can just do so much damage with those raises. He's got level 3 in raise. That's 750 damage before magic resistance, but mid lane we're going to lose the bristleback of E-skill once more. This is the rotation in from Skylark, and just look how much damage he can do already with the 3 points up in overwhelming odds. In 5 seconds we've got another duel.
Yep. If there was a duel already, that Chen would have been the next food for damage for the Legion Commander, but yeah, it just didn't happen. The cooldown was still there from the bottom fight. Still, London Conspiracy, it looked like a while like Lemon Dogs has a good start, but apparently London Conspiracy, they start to play now, they start to get kills on each and every lane, and of course, yeah, that's why we want to see them, the same aggressive style like we had in the last game.
Yeah, indeed. But now we do have E-skill starting to rotate and try to deal with Skylark. Those spines are really starting to add up, and the Warpath stacks are going to help E-skill out. So he's going to last hit and control this lane, at least force the Legion Commander back a little bit.
Yeah, and now we have the Enigma as well as Shadow Fiend here farming the jungle. Both of them are super low, and wait. Did he just buy a bottle as well? The Shadow Fiend, I just saw it in his inventory. I think that was a misbuy. Do we actually have 3 bottles or something like that? That would be funny.
I believe... No, we do have another bottle. It does belong to Kaiser. He gave it to the Disruptor. The Disruptor came in and bottled him up.
Ah, okay. Now I get that. Okay, everything's fine. But yeah, we have 3 bottles. That is Shadow Fiend, Queen of Pain, as well as the Legion Commander. So a triple bottle laning. Each lane has bottle. Now please give me the old school Southeast Asian bottle crowing with like 3 couriers at the same time, please.
That would be a feat of strength as Eagle looks to scout out the Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain's already TP'd out to safety. I wonder personally where the next objective is going to be, because we've got a 5-man convergence from the Lemon Dogs. It's time to take some towers, and if you want to take towers from the stop the Lemon Dogs from taking your towers, you're going to have to fight all 5 of them. You've got Critty as well as Stepstyle lurking up on that high ground, and they did have smoke when they went up there. So now, here we go. You've got a charge onto Case, and they're going to try to bring down the Shadow Fiend. The stun also does catch Madara. The Nether Strike does catch the Nethermore, the Anti will go down, but a Black Hole on Spartan is going to catch them from the low ground. The Ice Path will catch Spartan as well, so I don't see Spartan escaping, especially when Crilly comes in with that bash. But Madara on the high ground, still continuing to do what work he can. In comes the Chen Hand of God. That's going to heal everyone back up, and Madara needs to get the hell out of dodge. So does Skylark. They can't really risk staying around, and that's 2 easy kills going to where the Lemon Dogs, as well as that tier 1 in the mid lane. And this might not be over yet, as Madara, he needs to get the hell out of it. He's got the potential threat of Chen and E-Skill chasing him, although if they don't have any stuns unless they get caught with those creeps, with the zoo of the Chen.
Absolutely. To be honest, I think the biggest mistake of this fight started when we had Kaiser TPing into the mid. I mean, him TPing into the mid was not the mistake, but him TPing that early into the mid, I think that was the problem, because they tried to wrap around, they came through the bottom rune, smoked into this fight, but by the time he got like already into the Ice Path, stunned and taken pretty much off this fight, they were not in this fight yet. That was the biggest problem about it, and yeah, Lemon Dogs finding a nice fight, and that means they can just continue pushing. There's a Chen army, there's a Bristleback, easy liquid fire, the cliff now being baited out, and after that they can just continue. This tier 1 tower is most likely going down.
That's what happens when you've got the sustainability of a Chen. Chen's Hand of God can mitigate so much of the damage, and then you've got the IO, of course, doing what he can with Bottle. He's trying to get his relocate in the mid lane now. He needs another 350 experience, but the tier 1 is down. But now comes the fight, now comes the Regal. Skylark wants to come in and get a jewel. He does catch Strangly, and Strangly will go down, especially with that Sonic Wave. But you've got Crilly trying to go to town, but no, Chen will fall to a raise from Kaiser. He's on a double, and now we need to see a fallback, really, from the Lemon Dogs, unless they really want to fight this, and I don't see that being the case.
Oh, this is a tower for 2, or maybe even for 3. Crilly there, using his ultimate, they tried to burst it, but they run directly into the races of the Shadow Fiend. This is just insane how much damage that does. Level 4 races, nothing else even skilled. Who needs Requiem? And look at this. Unfortunately, no duel already, but this poor IO, he has to wait for the next creep wave, but there is nothing, no creep to tether to. Easy kill, and this is a 5-for-0 trade. The only little sunshine Lemon Dogs had this day was that tier 1 tower, but that's definitely not worth losing 5 people here.
And I've got to really point out, look how much of an advantage Skylark has in the offlane. He has a Blink Dagger as well as 800 gold on top of that at 11 minutes. That's insane. I know a lot of this mess does come down to the offlane, but Skylark, good God, that's impressive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Lemon Dogs, they have to recover from this ASAP, because till now the game was quite decent. It was very well balanced, they had good fights, but this... I mean... Lone Conspiracy at the moment says, okay, you want our towers. For every single tower you get, for every siege damage you do, we punish you hard. But let's see, talking about punishment, the Disruptor, well, he doesn't even get a glimpse of, actually he does, the Spirit Breaker is going back, but the problem is, by then he was already dead with no way to escape. But at the same time, we have the Bristleback in the bottom lane here under attack, stun, now the stun ends and the IO is coming in, so, well, Madara, he can blink away, but do we have... Yep, there's a charge. It is focused on Spartan. That's an easy kill. But look at Kaiser. Kaiser now getting the ultimate. Oh, beautiful. He's dying. There's the ultimate being done. The duel is won. But the problem is, I think he's going to lose his life for this.
Yeah, I think so as well. The Vicious Nezuko is going to slow down Skylark. He can blink back in and try to fight, especially with overwhelming odds, but Madara needs to buy time. 17 seconds until the Sonic Wave. I don't see that being the thing here, but no, Crilly now is in a lot of trouble. Do we have a duel? 30 seconds on that. There's a charge from Crilly. He's trying to go up towards the mid lane.
The damage!
One right click will do it. Overwhelming odds. Do they have it? No, they don't. And that's Crilly out to safety. That was close.
any urn charge or something like that would have just done the deal, but Jesus, he just survived with all that. That was very, very lucky. I was wondering when he's actually TPing out, not TPing, charging out. He waited really till the very, very last second, but well, it worked. He survived, and that was good. The fight overall was definitely nice for Lemondog's top. By the way, we had a split push going on. It was the Chen power plus the Chakiro, where all this action was happening in the bottom lane, and as soon as they hit the tower, all the rotations came in by those who respawn. So LC again preventing all these pushes to happen.
Mid lane, Madara, he's trying to go toe-to-toe with E-Skill again. I'm wondering if we are going to see a convergence of London Conspiracy. Madara's around, we do have Sparks. They want to really kill this Bristle, but this Bristle is also backed up by Eris Loco and Strangly. We're just looking for that posturing and movement needed, though. The wards put down, this is good vision from Sparks, and they have complete vision of this top rune spot all the way through to the secret shop near enough. And this is pretty strong from them. If they can maintain the vision control, and we know how London Conspiracy like that, they have always had an advantage in the game. And we haven't really seen much in terms of dewarding from the Lemondogs lineup. But now for Lemondogs, they have themselves a mechanism. Steph Styles got mechanism in Hand of God. That is, let me think, 450 healing. Yep. Through those two. He has the mana capacity for it as well. I'm wondering if, however, the Chen can survive long enough to use both of them, because we know how much damage London Conspiracy can front between razors and something.
First, there's a go here on the Legion Commander, flying in the air and now sitting in all this. He's even get held back by the nice net. He's still not dead. I have no idea how. And look at the background. So much fighting going on at the moment. Skank's just protecting with his own ultimate. Nothing is going down at the moment. Like, everybody is just joining this madness, and the Legion Commander actually finding that ultimate on the Chakiro. He dies, and it's a 2-for-0 trade where Lemondogs is just going back. This fight, it looked so good. I mean, Jesus, they just found the initiation. Oh, nice tether out by the IO. Look at this. Beautiful timing here. Tethering to the target that's... tethering to the target that is actually charging away.
And he also got glimpsed straight back to the fountain as well. But no, this should be a tier 1 in favour of the London Conspiracy lineup. It's going to be very hard for Lemondogs to really fight into this one. And if they do, they're going to have to charge through the black hole. The black hole is there with enough mana to be cast. And this is going to be the strong thing that London Conspiracy focus their next few pushes on. Do they have black hole? If yes, we want your towers.
Absolutely. And now, well, in the mid, the tower is going down, but that's pretty much it. That's all they can do for now. And London Conspiracy, they know this game is not as solid as the last one. Looking at the crafts right now, or actually, do I look at the crafts? Because look at the Chakiro here. He's going for the Queen of Pain, but it's... You need to stand in that fire to actually get the right damage of the macro pyre, but at least they charge him. And the question is, do they have enough lockdown? I don't think so. And because the ice path hits as well, so easy going for them just to plank out.
Indeed, with Madara falling back, he's going to go back to the well and heal up. The Urn won't finish him off. And I really am looking for the next big push from the Lemondogs lineup. Lemondogs must keep the pressure up. If they fail in snowballing and they fall behind, it's going to be pretty much game for them, considering how much farm Madara is getting. He's working well towards his Orchid, and most importantly, Kaiser is getting, who has his mechanism, and from here on in...
Oh, look at the Legion Commander, he finds the IO from the way to the ruin, but is that enough damage to actually win the duel? No, it is enough. Instead, they're gonna turn this all around. A lot of damage, there's the charge, and that should be an easy kill. That was Greed just winning. He was like, okay, nice little light bulb, I'm gonna violate it and get some nice duel damage, but it just didn't happen.
They did force the Hand of God out of Steph Star, though, to keep the IO alive. So, with that in mind, are they going to continue the push? It seems they are, and they don't particularly care too much about the Black Hole threat, it seems. There is no Blink Dagger available for the Enigma. He's instead gone for the Vanguard, which is the item we saw from the Spartan before. He was going straight for the Crimson. Crimson Guard into, I believe it was Pipe on their previous Enigma, and it was so damn strong.
Yep, and Lemondogs more and more careful. I mean, they had the problem that the IO before had to give up all his bottle charges because he was attacked by the Legion Commander, and they just didn't want to commit to it. They just don't want to commit on the tower. They're happy with the damage they did, but it comes back to what we talked in the draft already. I think Lemondogs, they have a half-life on their draft, and that one ends much earlier than London Conspiracies, because longer this game goes for London Conspiracy, I think they have a lot more punch.
Yeah, they do have a lot more punch. I mean, Lemondogs, they fall off after a certain point. They fall off about the 20-minute mark, and we're very much approaching that shortly. I mean, you've got to consider, London Conspiracy, they've been farming better, they've been spread out, they've got more levels. Sure, they're down in terms of towers, but that can change very quickly in this game.
Absolutely. At the moment we have the Queen of Pain just split pushing a tiny bit. Jakiro is there to defend it. The Legion Commander actually being in the enemy jungle, just farming there. Everybody is spread. It seems like the London Conspiracy, they lost their hunger for blood. At least for now, for the next 1-2 minutes, getting the next items up, where we actually have to see what kind of items those are, because we have the mech ready on Kaiser, so he can transition into damage. Queen of Pain again going for Orchid. How far is he actually away? Because he has the second Oblivion stuff. The recipe is pretty much what holds him back on this one. So I think once these key items are coming up, we see London Conspiracy waking up again, getting that aggressive taste for fighting.
Thing is, you've got to remember how much the Chen can actually do to lengthen this push out, considering. You see all of those shockwaves being used, it just keeps the Eidolons back, it's forcing a bigger rotation through from London Conspiracy. We're looking for a defense on this bottom tier 1. We've got Strangby nearby, we have the Chen, we've got Eris Loco and Krillly. We're looking for a charge.
Absolutely. Charge. Is it coming at the moment? Nope. It's just not coming. They're hiding in the trees. They're surrounded by 5. I'm not really if that's the good idea, but they open with the ice path, but nobody's absolutely impressed. They could get this tower. There's still a cliff away low. Spartan, he wants to see a big fat black hole. They want to focus on the Jakiro. That's the plan at the moment, but no. How is this going? There's the black hole on 3. Beautiful positioning, and look at this ultimate. Even the duel coming out. All 3 of them are going down one way or another. The IO is still there. That was the shortest relocate of all times in Dota history. Well, all this is happening, we have Mr. Eskil just saying, yo guys, what happened? Like, I'm not even there.
I'm actually pretty sure that might be what E-Skills would have said, considering E-Skills is a...
Did he get glimpsed back? Because he had a
TP, he used it, he did get glimpsed out.
Yeah.
He was forced to continue split pushing, but yeah, that sounds like an E-Skills thing to say, by the way. He is a little bit of a troll.
Yeah, he is. Eskil is probably the funny show of Lemon Dogs. Anyway, there's a nice little go on the Legion Commander, but he just doesn't care because Bristleback has no way of interrupting anything. What is Madara doing? He's looking for anything at the moment. Just a tier 1 tower. And look at this. Easy going. Double damage and a nice tower. That solves all his problems pretty much, because that's his free Ogre Club and one big step forward to that BKB. Once that BKB is coming out, I think it's really just Bristles as well as the Spirit Breaker stun that can really hurt him.
Yeah, that is pretty much true, and once Kaiser has a BKB, I reckon this game is going to be near enough over. London Conspiracy have got so much power in this draft, and Lemon Dogs are just falling behind now. Let's take a quick look at the graphs. Look at that. It's a 10k gold lead the way of London Conspiracy and a nearly 11k experience lead. This is quite the show of force from LC. They weathered the storm of the push from the Lemon Dogs, and I'm wondering how much more Lemon Dogs have in the tank before they can't push anymore.
Absolutely. It's I said it already. Like I think LC drafted a bit greedier. They're well aware of it. The start is not the typical fast and aggressive start we saw out of London Conspiracy before. But anyway, before we analyze all the drafting whatnot, first we have to analyze if Madara survives this, because Krillly charged him. He's going straight forward, but no, Krillly, you chicken. I actually thought they could go for this one, but they don't know where the rest of the team is, because they are smoking at the moment.
Yeah, they're going to wrap around, and we do have that black hole threat. We're looking for a Nether Strike, maybe? No, don't quite get one, and now Krillly is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to be the first one to actually see the enemy. They see sparks, and now you got the Crimson Guard. That's a dead Loco with a duel, actually. And Krillly tries to get involved, he tries to get a stun, but no, caught in a Static Storm as well as the Stasis Field. That is going to be near impossible to escape from, and Skylark gets the double. Now looking for more. We get a relocate away, but I don't see this going all too well for Lemon Dogs. That's 2 kills, and now we're looking really for that tier 2 on the bottom lane. Yeah,
the Jakiro didn't even get a single cast off. He didn't have a TP. Like, now he's actually hiding there in the trees. He doesn't know if they're all coming or not, but at the moment they're just creep skipping here and hoping that the next wave gets pushed out, but that's gonna take too much of their precious time, so I think they have to go back, just farm the enemy jungle on the way out pretty much. And Roshan is also an option. I mean, for London Conspiracy standards, this is a very late Roshan, just because before they never had really a fight that was nicely transitioned into Roshan. Now they go 22 minutes, you know the IO has no buyback whatsoever, and yeah, just go for it.
Indeed, but now we do get a Blink Dagger up for the Jakiro. Is this Blink Dagger Yule's build going to be enough, though? They're not going to be able to contest the Roshan. It's going to be dead before they get there. Jaeger's most likely going to go to Skylark, I should think. No, it instead goes to Kaiser. And we're going to look to fight. We're looking to reset and fight again for London Conspiracy. They want to just roll with the momentum they've created.
Yep, absolutely. And well, with this Roshan, every time we see London Conspiracy getting H's in their hands, they flip the switch and go aggressive, and there's no reason why they could not. Because you see, for example, how the IO just gets blown up when the Legion Commander jumps on her. They have just a means to blow him up in seconds. That IO, what does he have for studs? I mean, the only studs on that IO is a magic one that boosts him to what, 800 HP and a bit magic resistance from a random cloak. That's all about it. So 3 races, the Sonic Wave, maybe anything would just do the trick. That's an easy duel, and of course no relocate action, no healing, no nothing. This IO just doesn't work out at the moment.
No, it doesn't, and we've now got that BKB complete for Kaiser as well. This is rough. This is very rough times now for the Lemon Dogs, and Krilly's going to be the first one seen. Can they kill him? That's my question. Ice Path's going to go. It does catch Kaiser. Glimpse back onto Krilly, into a Static Storm. There's a duel as well. That's going to be a relocate out, and it actually cancels the duel a second before Krilly dies.
Nice, that was... Okay, I take everything back, to be honest. Everything back. Like, this is the first time I actually see a very good relocate that saves
That wasn't a relocate,
the day.
actually. That wasn't a relocate. How the hell did he get out? Was that a TP?
That had to be...
No, it wasn't a TP. TP he's not on cooldown. That wasn't a relocate. Relocate's
Oh,
not
no,
on cooldown.
Chen. He was sent back.
Yeah, of course.
Jesus, like I was,
yeah.
I was so focused on that had to be a relocate, but I didn't even see the IO around, and I was like, oh wait, we got it, Chen.
I did the same. It's a Chen. It's a test of faith. My bad, guys. Don't kill me. But the top lane, we've got another push coming in from London Conspiracy. They just want more towers in the mid. We do, however, have a charge on Skylark. Glimpse back on Krilly though. Nope, that's not going to work. No Nether Strike for the Legion Commander, it seems.
To be honest, I think that glimpse that is actually perfect, because Krilly, he charged into a Legion Commander who just had the plate mail on. If it wasn't about that glimpse, he would have lost that fight. Absolutely.
Yeah,
he just can't win that
very
fight.
much true. Very, very much true. But now tier 2 on the top lane, down tier 2 in the mid lane is the next order of business. And now Vladimir's for the Legion Commander. I do love this item pickup. All of the things that help out the team are now, well, oh, Krilly, you're not escaping this time, sir. Go back to the graveyard.
Absolutely, this is dead for him, and the biggest problem, of course, it's 82 damage now for him. That's just bad news. We have the Bristleback trying to do some split push here, combined with the Jakiro, but oh, is there actually a go on Madara? No, they just don't have enough damage before he can TP out, but at the same time, they just push, and they have so much faster push. Easy going. Spartan, in worst case scenario, he still has to play Cole, so yeah, this push will continue.
Yeah, tier 3 tower goes down, and now it's a case of Rax. They're going to try to throw what they can on Skylark. He does eat some Macroplier damage as well as the pesky Tornado, but now we get a Yules. Can they actually engage this? Ice Path onto Skylark. Do we have a Black Hole? Yes, we do. But with a Static Storm down, that's going to deter any form of initiation from the Lemon Dogs.
Nope, they just want to repel them at the moment here, and yes, Lone Conspiracy said like, no guys, we don't feel comfortable because we also don't have Madara around, and they need Madara, but look at this, Madara actually getting a regeneration rune out of all those runes. He uses it, so the one who's charging him really thought, oh, that's an easy kill for me, but it's just not. He used the regeneration rune, and is he actually going for this? They want to relocate in probably. There's the initial stun, yes, the ultimate is probably coming out, the relocate, but the problem is he has a blink already in 1 second, so this is just not going to happen, unless of course you bash him like crazy. The ultimate being pushed out, and Madara getting low, actually getting stunned, and it's enough. They actually trade Krilly for the Queen of Pain. The relocate ends, but of course at the same time we had Kaiser killing the Bristleback.
Yeah, and with that Bristleback down, that's going to be quite the costly thing. But now we do get a buyback from the E-Skills. Ice Path goes forward. They're going to go onto Skylark again. If they can bring down Skylark, that's huge. But no, Macroplier swimming in it with a Blade Mail. We do get some good damage. A test of breakthrough from the Chen is enough to kill him off. And now Kaiser, yeah, well, he's going to stand toe-to-toe with a Crimson Guard. He doesn't particularly care all that much in E-Skills. But this is quite the brawl. In comes the Requiem. Still got a Black Hole to go as well. So where's this fight going to end, considering? Sparks in the background just getting obliterated by E-Skills, and E-Skills is just being left uncontested. The Blink Deck is disabled, and now Kaiser will go down, but no, that's an Aegis. They're going to recoup, maybe wait for that Blink Deck to win, but there's a charge onto that Enigma, and if he gets caught, that's going to be very bad. They're going to lose Kaiser in the base. That's a double kill for E-Skills. Just by continually disabling Spartan's Blink, it stops any shenanigans after the respawn of the Aegis, and that was a very well played defense from the Lemon Dogs. 4 heroes down of the London Conspiracy lineup.
Absolutely. I mean, this is tasty. Madara died there before, then a 3 going down now in the defense. This is an easy swing for them. I mean, this is 5k, no, almost 6k experience swing, as well as like more than 4k gold. This is exactly what Lemon Dog need to get back into this fight. Looking at the crafts, I mean, it's still a very, very decent lead for London Conspiracy, but another fight like this, and we actually talk about a very, very even game.
They can still come back, yes, but it's going to be a very hard one to defend. They need a few more items, especially on Krully, considering he only has an urn, a drum, and no good part. We need a full BKB on him. Speaking of more items, he can get that if he can get this kill. There's another charge onto Madara. If they can get him, that's going to be ideal. In comes the relocate. Not going to be able to stop him with the Orchid this time, and it will take us a good few bashes, but no, we need to see some more damage, and we're just not getting it. We're going to get a blink out by Madara, and a macro fire dropped as well, just to clean up the creep wave, I think Strangby is thinking.
To be honest, the only thing I can see like those ganks on Madara work is if we get a basher on a bristleback that goes into Abyssal, something like that. So the initial lockdown comes by the Spirit Breaker, and then from there on you just hope you get some bashes on a bristleback, or we get the Chakira into the mix with the IO, and he has a Hex, and you can just hope enough damage on a macro pyre will do the trick. The problem is the Queen of Pain is just too tanky, and he gets most of the time his BKB off, therefore Chakira is kinda useless for this gang. The only good thing is, with each of these relocates and charges, you get a charge of the BKB of the Queen of Pain.
I was about to say, every time they do this, it's eating into that BKB time, and that's a pretty big thing if you think about it. But now we've got Skylark looking for Krully, and Skylark has 96 bonus damage from Jewel, which is pretty damn huge. But now in comes the fight. Orchid, it's going to silence up Strangby, and now, oh, this could go so sideways. In comes the charge. You're going to go into Skylark. They need a Nether Strike, but all of these stuns from the creeps are doing more than enough. Krully, though, getting quite low. They need to finish off Skylark. Can they do so? Yes, they damn well can. The Spirit Breaker actually finishes off Skylark, and now can they hunt for more? Can they bring down Madara? Or are they going to hunt for someone else?
The rest of the team.
In comes the Enigma. Spartan's going to be the first target. In comes the charge. He's going to lock him out. Can he get the black hole? I don't think he can. He's just going to get stunned out. BKB, the black hole. It locks down Krully. And Kaiser's there, ready to clean up. He actually gets 2 with a double, and that's Shadowfing. Requiem winds up. They go for good damage on Steph Star, and they will clean him up. And triple kill for Kaiser, but now E-Skills dominating as well. In comes Krully, the Orchid, the silence and the stun coming out onto Krully. That's going to be more than enough, and they'll finish off that Shadow Fiend with enough damage from that bristleback.
Well, at the end of this fight, we have 3 down by London Conspiracy, but look, please, at what cost that whole thing happened. I mean, this was 3 buybacks spent on LD side. I think that was not worth it. If they would have gotten a full 5-man wipe, yes, but this way, I really have to question this.
Yes, and this is going to most likely be a short respawn. Roche, actually, this is going to come back up near on F immediately. Or if they hang around, they will see the respawn and they'll be able to contest this, especially with the Shadow Fiend down for so long. But no, they're all going to back out. They don't really want to risk it. And Skylark, he's hunting Chen Zooms.
Yep, absolutely. So it was an okay-ish fight, but as I said, if London Conspiracy decides now to go for a push and there are no buybacks available for Lemon Dogs, if they don't have an optimal fight, then this is pretty much the end of the game, because with that power of not having any buybacks, especially on such crucial heroes like this, they can go for at least 2 racks, and then coming back on this one is a thing close to impossible. They go for another charge here on Madara. The Bristleback already goes into it. Can they bait another BKB charge off? Because that's what it is. Yes, they can. There's the disable, the ultimate, and there is the Chakira coming in. But the problem is, this is more or less just a bait. Look at Madara just playing around with them. Spartan helping them, stunning the Bristleback, and the whole rotation. They're all rotating in now.
Indeed, and now there's the relocate out as well. That's going to at least buy them some time. Strangby, however, might be the sacrificial lamb of this. Steph shows his face as well. In comes Skylark, and they can get the duelist for some excess damage as well. This is going to be quite nice, but it's a blink away by Strangby. He actually TP's out. He's away. Strangby lives. Everyone on the Lemon Dog lineup escapes. This is quite the little expenditure as well from the London Conspiracy lineup. They rotated so many heroes here and they got nothing.
Well, it is nice for the fact that they can actually escape, but the problem is now that opens that little time window for London Conspiracy to go into Roshan because they have nothing to fear. They know they just hit the fountain, and then it takes them ages to come back. The Kaiser is working alone on it. Now he's getting even buffed up, and as soon as the Legion Commander enters into the whole Roshan mix, Roshan should go down in yeah, 10 seconds.
No time at all. This is going to be another Aegis most likely going the way of Kaiser, and this just gets so damn hard for the Lemon Dogs to fight into. They need to kill this Shadow Fiend twice, and he's got a BKB with 8-second duration, as well as a Sanjin Yasha in that mechanism. The mechanism is going to play such an important part as well, though.
Yeah, well, the mech at the moment is mostly used for his own tankiness. The team in the last fights didn't benefit too much of it. It was just sometimes just 1 or 2 actually getting a heal. But, well, it is as it is. We have all the basic steps done by the Shadow Fiend. On top of it, of course, the Sangayashi is gonna sell the Aquila at some point and just go for a lot more because he needs some more punch damage, especially as the Shadow Fiend enters now into fights where it's really Bristleback versus him, and you have to finish a Bristleback fight ASAP.
Yes, indeed you do. I'm looking for duels on the Bristleback really as well, just so that he's stuck facing the London Conspiracy lineup. But we've seen more duels targeted on supports just looking at, especially the IO. But top lane, Madara, oh, they were thinking of the charge, but they're not going to quite get that. And now in comes the mass TPs. Are they really going to try to recoup and fight this one? The Ice Path not going to really do much, but all of the members of Lemon Dogs backing up immediately at 2 TPs. And while this is all going on, the bottom tier 2 did die in favour of the London Conspiracy push. And I wonder, are we losing too much momentum for Lemon Dogs?
Well, to be honest, I'm not even sure if Lemon Dogs had momentum. For them, it was just like, okay, guys, let's try to put some pressure on each of these lanes and overcome the time when the Shadow Fiend is running around within Aegis, because that's the time you just don't want to fight. Getting him once down, we saw Lemon Dogs establishing that already in the fight, and then the fights were quite decent, even with buybacks being spent, but at this point when you're behind, you have about everything. The fact is you just can't do it against the Aegis. Twice a Shadow Fiend, no, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough one, but I'm not going to entirely count them out yet. E-Skills has quite a bit of damage, and now we get the Yules onto the Enigma. If they can kill Enigma, that's going to be huge, but no, he gets the BKB off in time. Now the Macropide is going to chew away the creep wave.
Well, this game is actually going much longer than I expected, because when they first time hit the base, I thought like, wow, there's actually something happening, but yeah, after London Conspiracy got repelled, this is taking quite some while. Also now with the Aegis, they're not pressing as fast forward as I thought, but I think now that they cleared the Ancients, pushing into mid, pushing at the same time top, this should be, yeah, that should be definitely a push coming out by London Conspiracy. Otherwise they would have just wasted their time on the Aegis. Is that Butterfly on the Shadow Fiend? Okay, that's interesting.
I don't think that's the most important item, however. We do have an all-important Blink Dagger available for the Enigma, so we're going to most likely see a better positioning on the Black Holes. It's no longer he has to run in and get in the middle of things first. So Crimson Guard, BKB, Blink Dagger.
Well, let's see what's happening at the moment. We have Kaiser fighting here. Oh my god, the Bristleback gets initiated with that ultimate facing it, but this ultimate is not gonna end anywhere, is it? No, no damage done here. And, well, he's being sent home back. The IO, however, loses his life. No buyback available whatsoever. Madara being a bit under focus, but that's not how you want it. Spartan actually trying to go in, trying to get the black hole up. There it is. Now he baited it in, but he should lose his life on the duration. Greedy charging into the black hole. So Enigma going down, but now the BKBs are getting popped by Kaiser, and oh my god, the Requiem should bring Krillay down, as well as the Melee-Rex already dying in that process. Some of those heroes were not even part of it, and they just lose the Rex while they are still fighting with the Lemon Dogs.
Yeah, indeed. That is quite the show of strength out of the London Conspiracy lineup. But we do catch another Yules onto the Queen of Pain. She gets caught this time. E-Skills is here. He's doing a lot of damage, especially with that Test of Faith as well. Will the Queen of Pain burn down? Yes, she will. Kaiser now forced back as well. He still has his Aegis though. But no, we get another duel. This time on a Step Star, and he dies immediately to Skylark. Now Skylark versus E-Skills. This is going to be an interesting fight, considering Kaiser's back. Sparks trying to survive this one. In fact, he will. He'll glimpse away E-Skills, but still, in comes Strength, in comes Step Star, and they have more than enough damage between them to kill that pesky Disruptor.
Yeah, the Disruptor is going on, but that's something you easily sacrifice for a Rex and a decent fight. That's easy going. And look what they also left behind in the base. So the Rex are going down, and instantly is observable out there. It's no gem as far as I can see on Lemon Dogs, and unless they suspect it, there's no way they actually see this happening. Which means London Conspiracy is not just 1 foot in the door; they are like actually 2 now with that wall.
Yeah, and the sentry as well, it's just out of range again. We saw this so many times in yesterday's games, but now, well, mid lane, we've got a fight going. Spartan in a lot of trouble. We've got charged by East-Skills, but East-Skills is swimming in a midnight pulse. You never want to do that, but now Strengthy comes in. Macropie, they're trying to burn down the Spartan, and will succeed. Spartan falls, that's a pretty major kill. And Krilly, he's around again, he's trying to do what he can, but no, it's a tier 2 in favour of the Lemon Dogs. And we might even see a high ground here, with no Enigma for 50 seconds, and Queen of Pain still down for another 5. This might be the opening that Lemon Dogs really need. Thing is, they've got to go toe-to-toe with Kaiser still. And Kaiser doesn't have an Aegis, but now in comes Skylark. East-Skills facing the entire lineup, but no, it's a save by the relocate. And with the relocate there, it's going to be a loss of only the Spirit Breaker, really. But Glimpse back means Death Star will fall as well. Are we going to see the IO bring
No.
East-Skills back, though? No, we're not. He's going to sacrifice his own life, and, well, all for the glory of keeping these skills alive. As well as, of course, the Jakiro still standing from Strengthy.
Did you just see how Kaiser is actually how fast and how heavy he's hitting when he's getting empowered by the Legion Commander? That's just ridiculous. Like, I just don't wanna ever face a Shadow Fiend like this who's really angry. So the problem is now we have only one buyback actually on the heroes we need to defend this, and yeah, that's oh, actually never mind. The IO also has the buyback.
Yeah, and they're going to force it right now. Kaiser gets stunned up, but this fight, it needs to go the way of Lemon Dogs, otherwise Lemon Dogs are going to potentially lose another set of racks, if not the game. And in comes the duel. They're trying to bring down East-Skills again, and East-Skills is facing the Shadow Fiend. You don't want this to happen, but no, the scream is there, the Skylark still standing. In comes Krilly, trying to do what he can. Another strike goes through. It does finish off the Legion Commander, but no, now we've got Madara being the next victim. They need to bring down the Queen of Pain, they need to bring down the Shadow Fiend, and they just can't manage it. They lose the IO, but they kill the Legion Commander, and that's such an important kill.
Absolutely. I mean, it was unfortunately after the duel. I mean, the Priscibek is like, oh come on, guy, you could have given me some damage, but in the end, they don't stop. IO down, Legion Commander down. They at least bait out the cliff. Now there is time for a re-initiate. The problem is Spartan. He has a black hole. He's waiting for the perfect position. There's a Requiem, but not actually hitting anyone. Do we see a black hole? Anything? First, there's just a stun on Krilly. Krilly's going down stealth style. The 4-stop on the high ground, safe for now. But again, one is down. Kaiser just saying, okay, tower solo, no cliff. I might as well just go for it. Cape holding him alive for a tiny bit. Yay!
That's got a huge one, and now Kaiser's just going to town. He manages to at least get some good damage. Madara on a killing spree. If they can finish off East-Skill, that's going to be huge, but Madara, he's forced to blink out. Kaiser still standing on that high ground. It's a case of this is going to be racks. East-Skill's trying to do what he can, but he has no health. He's going to have to just show his back and do what he can. He's being healed up by the IO. In comes Strengthy with an ice path. Stop Spartan. Going to be the next one to drop, and Kaiser might be the next victim if he isn't careful, but no, East-Skill's is forced back. He can't stay around. It's a wicked sick break skill.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, well, in the end, Madara actually finds the Queen of Pain, but at the same time, he's getting silenced. So, who's actually winning this one? Oh, there's the Glimpse back. They want to go on the Jakiro, but the Ice Path at least get into the Disruptor, and now Madara has to go out. That means the Disruptor, that aggressive play costs his life. So, Tier 3 tower is going down. That's the result of all of this. And, well, London Conspiracy, given the fact that they only got a tower, they also lost quite some heroes here.
Indeed they did. You've got to remember, if we take a quick look at the graphs, we've been on a defensive game for the Lemon Dogs for quite a while. They've been behind, and it's still a 20k gold lead to London Conspiracy, but experience is starting to fall back towards the Lemon Dogs lineup. They're only at a 10k advantage.
Oh, look at that Legion Commander. He has a haste rune, and with that haste rune he wants to do something, anything. The problem is, these are the wrong targets. They're just the wrong targets. You don't want to duel a Jakiro when you have a Spirit Breaker around, he will stun you, and you don't want to duel the Jakiro when the Spirit Breaker when there's Jakiros around, because he has Yules and Ice Path. So this haste rune, it's not going anywhere.
Indeed, and Strengthy now has a Shivas as well, so item-wise, this game is by any means, well, still available for the Lemon Dogs to really fight back into. It's quite a show of force for the Lemon Dogs to still be in this game, considering their push strat really didn't work out according to plan. East-Skills has been throwing his team on his back and doing quite a bit with the Bristleback, though. And now we might have a bit of a fight breaking out. Spartan being charged, blinking away. He's not going to be able to stay and fight this one, and he doesn't have a black hole either. So if he goes down, that's a pretty bad thing.
Absolutely. At the moment, it's not going anywhere. He's hiding in the trees. I don't think anyone is going to see him. But getting one easy kill, for example, here in the jungle, that might be the option they are looking for.
Krilly.
Yep. he's still standing in the trees. They don't have any vision. That's the biggest problem at the moment.
And yeah, but if Krillin can catch a charge by surprise, this can be quite the thing here. But I don't think they want to fight that far back in the mid lane. Maybe hang around, wait for the enemy team to push in. But no, look at the positioning from the LAN Conspiracy lineup. I wouldn't be surprised to see a smoke at this point and maybe try to move into the next Roshan. They're aware Roshan is respawning in the next about 20 seconds. So Rosh should be the next order of business for these teams. And Spartan, this might be charge territory for Spartan. Strangely might think about this.
They're all too close at the moment. They're all too close. Like, if anyone gets charged, they can easily converge on that position, except for the Legion Commander, who had to TP to the base and then run Blink there, pretty much. At the moment, immediate creep trying to scout out Roshan. If he would have ever reached that Rosh pit, he would have seen the Roshan is up, but by now the timer was anyway due to get a Roshan spawn.
But we've got all of the London Conspiracy lineup around the pit anyway, so it's a bit of a giveaway. But no, we do have a Skylark lurking. He's going to TP towards the Roshan pit, and they're going to just contest the Rosh. That's cheese as well, going the way of London Conspiracy, as well as another Aegis on Kaiser. With Kaiser having a mechanism dropped as well now, who's going to pick that up? In fact, are they going to sell off the mechanism at this point? I think that might be the order of business.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, just get rid of it. At this point, it's quite insignificant considering how much damage is getting traded forth and back. Oh, and there are all the TPs back because they know they're gonna be in the mid. And the biggest problem is, and we saw that last fight, even when they're fighting and everything. Oh,
charging in from behind. This fight could go very well for the Lemon Dogs if they can catch a good one. They charge straight in on Sparks, but no, Krillin gets caught with a duel. This is going to be so bad. The Ice Path does catch onto Sparks as well as the Legion Commander momentarily, but no, it's a one hero disadvantage now, and they're going to potentially lose this Jakiro. Requiem? No, the Requiem is a complete airball, but still you'll lose Steph Style to Madara, and Madara is just going to town, picking apart this IO. 2 right clicks will do it, but no, it's a relocate away. That's going to buy more than enough time. Unfortunately, we're getting a little bit of network lag, it seems, but as it stands, the London Conspiracy lineup, they're going to start pushing in.
Yeah, the lag is amazing. Something just happened to the network. Something, I don't know, was going on.
Still, as it stands, here we go. They're going to try for the racks again, but no, they're going to catch the Black Hole. It's only on E-Skills though, and this was while Kaiser was stunned up. Do they have enough damage to bring down the Bristleback? I don't think so, especially when he gets sent back by the Chen. BKB used by Spartan after the Black Hole. Steph Star may go down, go to force the mechanism. We still do not have a Hand of God, so this is going to be quite the rough fight. Kaiser still is going to be the focus, and he does get brought down. That's only the Aegis, however. The Glyph was used. The racks are quite heavily damaged. The Ice Path comes through onto Kaiser, but there's a duel on E-Skills. E-Skills needs to be kept alive. If E-Skills falls, this is going to go so badly. The raises are there, but it's still enough to bring him down. Kaiser on a dominating charge through from Krillin. Buyback by the Bristleback. He's going to try to get back into this one, and Kaiser, they're going to try to bring him down a second time off the back of killing that Queen. This is going to be one hell of a brawl either way. Stun number 1 onto Kaiser. Those bashes from both E-Skills and from Krillin are more than enough. They bring down the Enigma, they bring down the Quap and the Shadow Fiend. They all have buybacks, however, and I think it's time for the Lemon Dogs lineup to actually start pushing.
Absolutely, this is absolutely amazing what kinda just got traded. So many people died. The only problem is Lemon Dogs. Well, Lemon Dogs, they have to do the same again with with 2 buybacks, and that's the biggest problem.
Indeed it is. Still, they managed to bring down the Shadow Fiend with his Aegis without losing the melee racks. Those melee racks will regenerate up as well. That's going to be a pretty damn huge thing when you consider the position of this game. And that's 1 buyback forced on the Enigma. Are they going to continue and force more buybacks?
1 is already out. I think they have to. At least one of the cores has to show. But then again, the pressure is not enough. The pressure is just not enough. And we have the Legion Commander also in the bottom lane who can do quite a lot of things right there.
Well, she's being charged. This could still be a kill on her. She needs to TP out now. But no, there it is. Yules into Ice Path. There's no way for Skylark to escape this one, really. He can try to get a dual kill, but there's the Nether Strike. That's going to be another stun. All it'll take is a good few bashes as well. I don't see Skylark managing to survive this one, but he is wasting a lot of the enemy's time. Down goes the Legion Commander. Another kill going the way of the Lemon Dogs.
It's to be honest, I don't think this is a big issue because he bought the time to prevent them actually going from to high ground. And he could buy back if he wanted to. That's the most important thing. So right now, London Conspiracy, if they want to, they have a full force defense plus buybacks.
Indeed, but now on the flip side of the coin, Lemon Dogs do have themselves a slight device, but now comes Spartan. Can they bring down E-Skills? I don't think they can. That's a relocate back just enough to get him out of trouble, but no, E-Skills still eats a Sonic Wave. That's a lot of damage, and Crinny gets the duel. He's going to fall immediately, but still, Madara's going to be chasing Step Style. If they can catch Step Style, that's going to be pretty damn huge. The Enigma doesn't have a black hole for 20 seconds, but no, E-Skills is still on the sidelines, and he's trying to get out, but no, in comes Skylark. A couple of right clicks, one more will kill Eris Loco. In fact, the lightning strike from the Disruptor will, and a TP out by E-Skills. He doesn't want to give away his life, and I don't blame him. He is so strong in this game. If the Bristleback falls again with no buyback, I can't see the Lemon Dogs holding this. So a nice escape from him, and Strangly still trying to push out the lanes as best he can with his Shivas, with his Amplifier, with everything he's got.
Yep, he's trying to creepscape something here, but, well, Madara, by the way, got the kill on the Chen when they tried to retreat, and the problem is now Lemon Dogs, they have no buybacks whatsoever. Please, look at this. It's only the IO left, and yeah, I think this is at least one set of Rex, unless there's a miracle happening.
Enigma, he had an invisible, but he walked under a sentry wall. This could go so sideways for the Conspiracy lineup if they're not careful. There is no Chen, but it's a duel on Strangly. He goes down immediately. There's a black hole. It catches E-Skill. Can they bring E-Skill down? Nope. Nether Strike's going to go on to Spartan. That's going to buy some time. And E-Skill's just chewing apart the Enigma. Spartan will fall. But now you've got Kaiser on full health versus E-Skills with effectively no health. The spines are going out, but it's nowhere near enough. One right click might seal the deal. Can they bring down E-Skills? There's a glimpse back. Yes, they damn well can. Madara on a double. The racks are falling on the top lane. The racks are falling on the bottom lane. And GG is called Game 2 of this best of 5, going the way of London Conspiracy. Absolutely
Beautiful game, to be honest. The defense by Lemon Dogs was quite amazing. They stalled the timeout by so much, but in the end, well, LC just a tiny bit stronger, and the biggest problem was that a lot of those defenses, it looked good, but it was always at the cost of buybacks, and those buybacks in the end that were, yeah, pretty much what brought them down. Just no more buybacks available.
Yeah, this was quite a fight-heavy game either way, though, Hefler, and I have to admit, a pro like this, and the fight that's the Lemon Dogs actually managed to put up when their snowball, when their death ball style in the early game didn't work. It's quite impressive.
Yep. Anyway, guys, that being said, we have a best of 5, which means we have potentially only one more game to come. But I'm pretty sure after this fight, Lemon Dogs, they don't have to feel bad. They can really feel motivated because they had a nice fight.